Hello everyone! In today's video I figured I'd make a quick guide on how to get Umbral Scourings in 2025 or closer to 2026 at this point. So these Umbral Scourings is, I wouldn't say rather rare, but they're rather annoying to get. Because you probably want to buy these things, the boss weapons, armors, etc., right? So what you can do is you can get these plucked eyeballs. You go to this shrine here. 3 plucked eyeballs is the same as 1 Umbral Scouring. And this is an infinite amount. You can also use these to buy a Rebirth Chrysalis. Probably butchering that name, but I'm assuming this allows you to respec your character. But these are infinite. So you might ask yourself, okay, how do I get these plucked eyeballs? Well, I'm glad that you asked, my friends. We're about to show you routes on how to get these. So they're almost like bounties. So I'm going to show you my usual route, but let me explain what they are first of all. So I'm going to teleport to the Bellroom, as this is the place that I used to grind this out. So they're like this small glowy orbs thingy that allows you to use your lamp and pull something out of it. What happens is a reddish butterflies plural, will spawn and it will show you a pathway to a monster. And once you find the monster, it will have a name, the name of the player that it was killed by, or sorry, the name of the player that the monster killed. And once you kill that mob, without dying yourself of course, you get 3 plucked eyeballs. So the route I usually did was, first of all I would check around the corner here. There's nothing here. And we're gonna just rest again. This is one route that I was doing to get these plucked eyeballs. I rest again, and I would check. There's nothing now. I would do this a couple of times. Rest again. And let's have a look now. And nothing. Alright, let's take you to my actual route, or my other route. So another way to get these to spawn is I would just go over here, I would start killing anyways. I would finish off these. I would kill this thing. That is the mob that we usually get as a, I don't know, bounty, whatever the hell you want to call it. So I would go out here. I would kill this mob. Then I would enter Umbral. Once I'm in Umbral, very often I would find the bounty right here. Right here it would be. And now we take you to the spiked helm mob, which is, yeah, he's rather painful to be honest, but once you do get one of these, keep in mind that they have more health. They are tankier. So it's going to take you more hits than, you know, what you're used to. So that is one way of doing it. That was one route. And then another one would just be to rest again. And hopefully something loads or spawns by the time you get back here. I would just go straight here. I would just put on my weapon thingy. I would get this one off. Kill him. Go over here. Kill her. Now up here. Kill there. Well, I usually pick up the loot, but you don't have to. Then I would go over here, and sometimes I would get the thingy to happen right there, but it didn't. But this is the place that I grind for it, for the most part. I grinded and I grinded, and they were quite consistent a few days ago actually. This might be tied to, you know, the amount of players playing, and you know, if there aren't a lot of players playing currently, there might not be a lot of these bounties as they call them, so they are rather rare. Another place you can go if you've gotten, you know, a bit further ahead would go to Fen. Forsaken Fen. And very often, well, for me at least, one of these things would spawn right here. And you would interact with it, and it would very often be this mob in here that you see coming toward us right now. This is the absolute goofball that you would have to kill. And, well, look at that. We have one spawn here right now. I haven't seen this one yet, but this is what they look like. And as you can see, it leaves a trail. You would follow this trail. And once you kill the mob that is trying to get you to kill, you would be rewarded with a plucked eyeball. And here we go. There we go. I'm about to die though, so I should probably be a bit careful. But yeah. That's the one. And that's how you get plucked eyeballs, ladies and gentlemen. Are they super consistent? Well, I think it's been 2 or 3 days ago since I actually did this, like, consistently. Oi. But the route that I showed in the beginning was the most consistent for me. But at least I got a visual now for you to, you know, show you what it is that you're actually looking for. As I said earlier, this could be tied to multiplayer, how many people are playing. It could also be tied to how far along in the game you are. I can't confirm or deny that, because I really have very little playtime in this game. But this is a very, very consistent way, at least it was for me, to get these. The Ballroom was the one that I personally used, but I don't seem to have very lucky spawns. Before recording this, it didn't happen a lot. I think I got 1 out of like several attempts. But as I said, usually when I did this before I got to the swamp, or further into the swamp, or killed the main boss there, it would usually spawn right here, is where it would spawn. Right there. And you would go over here. You would kill these, and the mob right there is the one that would usually be the kill targets. I think that was the same day, more or less, as the announcement came for the game, that this would be their final updates. But yeah. So I'll do one more Umbral, just for the sake of science. And see if we get lucky. We did not get lucky, so we'll just run along. This video is already more than long enough. It's 8 minutes, so I'm really sorry. Hopefully you got the vast majority you needed in the beginning. But yeah, that is the route that I would take. Don't have much luck replicating this now in 3 days after I played, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!